major modifications that I've made is to the boom round mounting bracket, which is this one here, and basically I've beefed it up, put 2 extra bolts in 10mm higher up, and of course the first bracket has got no facility to take it, so it meant that I had to add these 2 tabs on the front face. So I've extended the front face out towards the front, and then made these backing blocks. So what happens now is the bracket, or the motor mounting bracket, is clamped through the body and held, supported at the top. So this has got a couple of little triangular supports out the back there. So it's basically triangulating this bracket. It's quite a involved piece of kit. This extra block here will be for the limit switches, so that will be the next step, is to mount the limit switches, mount the arm to the limit switches, and make some modifications to get those set into place before I actually fit this back into the bodywork. So these 2 holes down underneath, I've threaded those, so they are threaded M3s. These holes are threaded M2s, and the hole in the top, which the top cover actually mounts to, you won't see that in the camera, but that is an M2, and that is also threaded. Where do we go from here? Now I've got to fit the limit switches onto there, ready for the attachment of the arm, and the switches will actually bear up against these segments here. I've got 1 on one side, but 2 on the other, so I'll carry on from here and get the limit switches fitted so that the limit switches will be set in the right position. Okay, so we've just done a mock build of the boom main frame bracket thing, and the boom arm. So I've got the limit switches into position. So the limit switches now, if I lift that up, you should be able to hear a click, which is the limit switch to when the boom arm is up. And that is the limit switch for the lower limit. So looking at the bottom of the arm, the contact face is here on the lower limit, and it's on this face here on the upper limit. So it's acting on those 2 faces, and if we're looking at the bracket, the limit switches are mounted onto the main frame, which is the other reason why I needed to make a second frame up. So what's happening is we've got 3 contacts on each switch. So this one is the upper switch or upper limit switch, and the one looking the other way here is the lower limit switch. So as the arm rotates, the contact face that I showed you earlier comes into contact with that and operates that switch, and the other way the other face contacts that. Okay, so now we've got all the theory and practice out of the way, I can actually disconnect this plug and show you basically the underside. So there's only the 2 screws that hold it down onto the main deck, and this one is ready to be assembled.